Welcome back, everyone. My name's Lee from Leely's Kitchen. Today we are making caramel slice. So first we're going to get our oven preheating to 180 degrees. Today I'm using a recipe from taste.com.au. And I actually prefer it because it actually uses a lot less sugar than the other recipes. So first we're going to line our baking tray with some greaseproof paper. I like to scrunch it up and then unfold it, and that makes it a lot easier to actually fit it in there. Now that's all prepared, now we're going to put that aside and we're going to start making the base for the caramel slice. Now it's really easy, it's just a cup of plain flour, half a cup of shredded coconut, half a cup of brown sugar, and I'm just going to mix it up and just break up that brown sugar there. I'm also just going to add a little bit of salt. I just find with these sweet desserts that we need just a little bit of salt in it. I'm then going to add 125 grams of melted butter. And then we're just going to stir that into a soft dough. Once that's all come together, then we can press it into our pan. So I'm just going to use a spatula to just press it out into a single layer. I did take my time with this, just because I wanted to get it all perfect and everything, but you can do it as quick as you can. Here we go. And now we're going to get that into the oven. And we are going to bake that for about 15 minutes. While that's cooking, we're going to make the caramel. So firstly, we're going to empty a can of condensed milk into a saucepan. I've got some that's already open, so I'm just going to use that instead. And they're going to add some golden syrup, so there's about 2 tablespoons. I just use whatever I got left there. And then I'm going to add 60 grams of butter as well. A lot of the other recipes also had added sugar as well, but I think the condensed milk's enough. And now we're just going to warm this just over a low heat, just until it brings it to a boil, and it's all combined. I'm just going to add just a little bit of salt. I just find the salt just goes really good with all the sweetness that's actually in this. Now you can see it's come up to a boil. Now we're going to remove it. And we're going to grab our warm base. And we're going to pour that onto the base and then we're going to use a spatula and start to just even it all out. And then we're going to put this back into the oven. And we're going to let that bake for about 12 minutes, just until it's golden. So as you can see, it's all bubbly and everything. So now we're going to just let that cool completely. And then after it's cool, we're going to put it into the refrigerator and just let that completely cool down. After it's completely cooled down, we're going to break up some chocolate. So I've just got some dark baking chocolate here. You could use any cooking chocolate that you wish. And I'm just putting that into a bowl just so I can microwave it. And then I'm going to add a tablespoon of coconut oil. The recipe does say to use Kofa, but I don't have any Kofa, so I'm just going to use coconut oil because that's the closest that I have. You could also use butter if you want to. Now I'm just going to microwave that for 30 seconds at a time. Every 30 seconds, we're just going to give it a really good stir and just make it so the oil and chocolate have both combined together. As you can see here, I'll go and microwave it a second time and it's perfect afterwards. Once it has all melted, we're going to pour that onto our caramel slice. Now we're just going to try pour that into one single layer on there. And we're going to get that as even as possible. And now we're going to put that into the refrigerator and let it set completely. Once it has set completely, then we can slice it up. So I like to trim off the edges first. And personally, this is my favorite part of the actual slice. I love the edges. I just find that it really just like caramelizes around the edges of the pan. That tastes so good. So I'm just going to cut off the edges. Then I will cut it into quarters. And then I'll cut those quarters into half as well. And then we'll get our caramel slices. As I said, I love the edges of the caramel slice and it's so good.